Have you ever paused to truly listen to the profound silence within you? Amid the clamorous sea of words and hurried sentences that inundate modern life, it is your very soul that beats the truest rhythms, the whispered counsel of intuition, the restless urge for transformative growth. In that sacred silence, you discover uncharted shadows, hidden patterns, and recognize destructive cycles that absolutely must close, so a fragile yet vibrantly powerful new chapter can courageously unfold. Before we together unveil the 12 insidious habits that are relentlessly draining your peace, take a small, deliberate moment for yourself. Go to the comments and type, "I eliminate what is useless." When you do, you make a solemn promise to your own heart, an unshakable commitment not to settle for what no longer serves your highest good. This is a bold, decisive step in letting go, in making vital room for something infinitely better. By writing it down, you powerfully ignite your journey of change, and you activate the profound process of rebuilding yourself from the inside out. Now, setting aside all external storms and distractions, we're preparing to embark on a profound inner journey so that day by day, through each courageous step into silence, you rediscover true, lasting serenity. Join me, and let's begin right now. 1. Stop comparing yourself to others. Embrace your unique journey. Have you ever felt your inner joy simply vanish the moment you scroll past someone else's seemingly glamorous, perfectly curated photos? You see them glowing effortlessly on a Mediterranean beach, gazing reverently up at the Eiffel Tower, while all you painfully notice is your empty wallet and a vague, persistent sense of something fundamentally missing in your own life. Indeed, when you thoughtlessly place yourself alongside someone else's flawless, idealized picture, you see only the polished result and never the grueling, often unseen journey, the countless sacrifices, and the inevitable failures that truly shape their growth. Each person has their own unique path and their own distinctive pace. Some need 3 months of meticulous planning and saving to afford a trip to Europe. Others find the courage and resources only as retirement gracefully approaches. That is precisely why, instead of blaming yourself as inadequate or lacking, you should take a deep, centering breath and ask, what do I truly deeply want for myself? For example, imagine you are sitting peacefully in a cafe, scrolling through Instagram, and you suddenly see an old classmate checking in from a sun-drenched Venice. You feel your legs subtly tremble with a wave of envy. But if you pause and powerfully remind yourself that your real underlying goal is not merely to visit Europe, but to profoundly experience freedom, cultivate inner peace, and discover new cultures, you can map out an option that perfectly suits your current budget: an affordable staycation adventure or a creative workshop close to home that ignites your passion. You will quickly realize that what truly matters is the enriching experience itself, not the envy-inducing location shown in the photo. Moreover, when you constantly compare yourself to others, you inadvertently heap an unfair, crushing burden upon yourself. This breeds suffocating feelings of inadequacy, paralyzing fear, and even emotional paralysis, preventing you from taking action. But if you compare only with the person you were yesterday, you will see that every small, deliberate step forward can make your heart genuinely glow with pride. Progress might mean learning a new, valuable skill, adopting the empowering habit of waking up early, or simply finishing a challenging chapter that brings you profound calm. Therefore, in moments of stillness and deep reflection, powerfully remind yourself, I compete only with myself. When you honor your own unique rhythm, you free yourself from invisible, self-imposed pressure and allow inner peace to powerfully return to your life. Your steps become lighter, infused with unwavering confidence in your personal, authentic journey. And who knows, one day soon the image you authentically share will inspire countless others. This time, it will be through your genuine authenticity and tenacious perseverance, a testament to your true strength. 2. Stop making excuses. Let your actions speak when you constantly offer long-winded, elaborate explanations for your inaction. You inadvertently expose a silent, crippling fear. Fear that others won't truly understand. Fear they'll judge you as weak or incapable. or worse, the terrifying fear that you yourself will unequivocally fail. Yet, a single, steadfast action, however quiet or small, will speak volumes louder than any justification or elaborate excuse ever could. Imagine you decide to stop joining your friend's group chat every evening so you can dedicate that precious time to reading a profound book or meditating in stillness. Instead of drafting an endless message to meticulously persuade everyone of its importance, you simply type, "I'm turning off my phone tonight." Then you decisively switch it off. That action, in its quiet power, explains your decision all by itself. You don't need to prove anything else because consistency paints a clearer, more compelling picture than any words could. Next, when you powerfully stop making excuses, you create invaluable inner space to bravely face your real priorities. Each time you hold your tongue instead of offering a weak justification, you're training your discipline, shifting your precious energy away from empty phrases and toward tangible, undeniable results. Seneca wisely taught that it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. It is precisely this courage to confront the unvarnished truth of our own limits that forcefully opens the door to overcoming them. And if you slip back into the habit of excusing yourself to postpone important, difficult work, try making a solemn vow of silence. Write in your journal just 4 powerful words: eliminate what is useless, and then crucially stay silent. Let the journal, or simply a slip of paper before you, stand as unshakable proof of your resolve. Each day when your eyes fall on those 4 words, you'll powerfully remind yourself not to retreat to familiar, comfortable excuses. Finally, abandoning the habit of justification is not abandoning yourself. It's profoundly honoring the commitment you have made to yourself. When you master your words, every action you take gains compelling, undeniable power. You prove not only to others, but first and foremost to yourself, that your choice carries immense weight and lasting value. Act with quiet, unwavering resolve, and let silence be the most powerful voice for your deep desire to transform. According to the Stoics, each silent, purposeful deed will inexorably lead you toward inner peace, where the only reason that remains is the undeniable result you create through your actions. 3. Give up the need to seek approval. Find freedom within you and throw yourself into every task with genuine kindness and infectious enthusiasm. But if each action you take is meant only to earn external praise, you are unwittingly trapping yourself in a life perpetually dependent on outside approval. When you do good solely to hear applause, you tragically hand over control of your own inherent contentment. Instead of feeling energized and fulfilled, you find yourself frantically chasing every fleeting compliment, every superficial heart reaction on social media. And when no one acknowledges your efforts, your heart feels empty, lost, and fundamentally unseen. In that moment, the roar of your insecurity is louder and more destructive than any mockery could ever be. Next, picture a wise gardener planting precious seeds. If he tends his garden quietly, diligently, without constantly waiting for an audience or seeking external validation, his plants grow strong and enduring, deeply rooted. But if each day he looks up only to seek praise, the seeds in his soul will sprout under constant scrutiny, becoming timid and vulnerable, easily crushed by external judgment. Doing good should never, ever become a mere performance. When the applause inevitably stops, paralyzing fear takes over, profound confusion sets in, and it becomes all too easy to simply give up on what truly matters. Moreover, Stoic philosophy reminds us of the timeless, liberating saying, "Do good and forget it." Epictetus taught that the true value of an action lies not in who witnesses it, but in the unwavering honesty you show yourself and the vast universe. Seneca also urged that the kindness you sow becomes your own intrinsic reward, without needing anyone's recognition or validation. By acting this way in silence, with pure intention, you free yourself from the debilitating chains of flattery and allow your heart to listen deeply to its own authentic voice. Letting go of the desperate need for external praise helps you to truly live in your authentic nature. Instead of forcing yourself to play the demanding part of the hero in order to collect fleeting accolades, you choose profound sincerity and relentlessly pursue what truly drives you from within. Inner peace comes when you no longer measure your inherent worth by how many likes or compliments you receive. You become fully present, appreciating every precious moment, from the genuine smile of the person before you to the quiet, purposeful steps you take on the authentic path you have chosen for yourself. Finally, now is the time to declare your own unshakable resolve. Before we explore more transformative habits, leave a comment saying, "I seek inner freedom." Those two simple, powerful words are your solemn vow to yourself that you relinquish the desperate need for external approval. The moment you write them down, you officially embark on the profound journey toward genuine, lasting peace. A journey that begins when you decide to be still and listen deeply to your own courageous heart. 4. Stop the need to control everything. Embrace the unpredictable. Stopping the desperate need to control everything is not just dry, abstract advice. It is the vital key that genuinely opens the door to unshakable inner peace. In life, you can hardly anticipate every twist and turn, every sudden disruption. This afternoon, the sky might unleash a sudden, furious downpour before you can find an umbrella. An unexpected, urgent email could upend your entire meticulously planned workday. Or your long, peaceful drive home could frustratingly stall because of an unforeseen incident. When you relentlessly force yourself to master everything, from complex work outcomes to other people's volatile emotions, anxiety relentlessly multiplies exponentially. You grow tense, you become utterly exhausted, you inflict unnecessary suffering upon yourself. In Stoic philosophy, there are only two fundamental realms you truly own: your own thoughts and your own actions. Everything else, from external circumstances and other people's words, lies unequivocally beyond your control. Seneca once wrote with piercing insight, "No man is crushed by misfortune unless he has first been deceived by prosperity." What he meant is that it is the self-imposed strain of trying to control everything that truly wounds us, not the natural, inevitable currents of life itself. When you bravely let go of the compulsion to control, you allow yourself to fully and freely experience the present moment, exactly as it is. Imagine you are stuck in traffic on a sweltering summer afternoon, feeling the frustration build. If you let anger take over, the blaring horns and choking exhaust fumes will only amplify your discomfort and internal turmoil. On the other hand, if you release the desperate need to control the traffic, you can wisely switch off the stressful news broadcast, turn on your favorite music, a warm ballad, or an upbeat melody, and consciously relax your body. You inhale deeply, close your eyes for a second, and powerfully remind yourself, "Only I can decide how to face this moment." In that very moment, vexation retreats, making vital space for calm. In that profound silence, you discover the miraculous, untapped power within. You can choose to feel irritated or to feel peaceful. When you focus on what is truly within your grasp, a single note of music, a deliberate breath, a positive thought, the power of control naturally becomes your ally instead of a lurking enemy. So the next time you come to an unexpected halt in traffic, what will you do? Release the tension in your shoulders. Let a gentle smile appear on your face and sing along softly to the song playing. This is not a sign of defeat, but powerful proof of your courage to let go and your courage to live fully in each precious moment. In silence and in non-control, you find true freedom and unshakable inner peace. 5. Let go of resentment. Free your heart. Resentment is a heavy, toxic grudge you harbor after feeling you've been unfairly treated. It's all too easy to clutch onto every slight that has angered you, letting each frustrating memory become a heavy, cold stone pressing relentlessly down upon your heart. You may mistakenly believe that by nursing these grudges, you're protecting yourself, but in truth, you are the one who endures the longest, most lingering fury. When you cling to resentment, your heart gradually hardens into an icy wall that relentlessly separates you from inner peace and any new genuine joy. Each time you revisit the past, you not only relive the hurt, but you also reinforce your own suffering by compulsively replaying those moments of injustice. In the stillness following Epictetus's profound teaching, you can remove those heavy stones one by one, allowing that icy wall to thaw and making vital room for freedom. Forgiveness does not mean condoning what was wrong or accepting injustice. It means granting yourself a powerful release from the debilitating shackles of bitterness. Imagine you're carrying a heavy backpack stuffed with the stones labeled grudge, bitterness, blame. With every step you take, your load grows heavier. With every breath, your spirit darkens. Seneca likened resentment to a poison whose only true victim is yourself. Only when you choose to genuinely let go, when you set that heavy backpack down by the roadside, do you feel your breath lighten and your stride glide smoothly along life's chosen path? Silent forgiveness isn't about showcasing your mercy to the world, but about a quiet, powerful affirmation to yourself. You deserve to live unburdened, unbound by the past. In that moment of gentle stillness, you can silently say to yourself, I no longer wish to bear the weight of resentment. That is the true beginning of a liberated soul. Real change doesn't spring from loud proclamations or dramatic gestures, but from the silent, unwavering commitment within your own heart. As you let your spirit settle into calm, your intuition will gently guide you toward what you need to release. You'll discover that forgiveness does not diminish the value of your pain, but empowers you to choose that pain will not dictate your tomorrow. Grant yourself this profound freedom, and you will find inner peace becoming your most steadfast, loyal companion. 6. Get rid of your inferiority complex. Embrace self-acceptance. The invisible, suffocating wall of self-doubt didn't spring up overnight. It's meticulously built brick by brick with every self-blaming thought, every anxious glance comparing yourself to others, every whispered word of mistrust festering in your mind. When you constantly judge yourself for not being perfect, you inadvertently deepen the chasm between who you are and who you desperately wish to be. The Stoics don't ask you to deny your flaws or pretend they don't exist. On the contrary, they teach that true virtue begins with self-knowledge. Only when you bravely confront every dark corner of your inner landscape can you arm yourself with the power to illuminate them through acceptance and unwavering courage. That insidious "I'm not good enough" voice seeps into every moment, causing you to shrink back whenever you need to step confidently forward. Instead of letting the paralyzing fear of failure imprison you in silence, recognize that it's the very chance to face challenges that powerfully forges resilience. Ignore the insistent whispers of those invisible judges. They're not truly here, and most importantly, they don't hold the gavel on your inherent worth. In moments of quiet and solitude, grant yourself an honest, compassionate internal dialogue. Embrace your strengths and acknowledge your limits without judgment. And from that place of self-awareness, craft your courageous action plan. Imagine you blush easily and your heart races every time you stand before an audience, speaking publicly. Rather than telling yourself, I'm too weak for this, I'm gradually honing my presentation skills, step by careful step. No need to hide or deny it. Just powerfully remind yourself that every appearance is an opportunity to move closer to your goal. Every candid comment, every awkward phrasing stands as undeniable proof of your persistence and growth. And when you gently smile at that first receptive listener, you've already beaten the you of yesterday. Your engagement truly helps this message reach countless others. And together we can make a huge difference, one genuine smile at a time. And hey, thinking of clicking away? No way. That would be a big mistake. The upcoming content I'm about to share is even more groundbreaking, even more transformative. Trust me, you'll want to stick around because we're only at the best part. You won't believe what's coming next. These are secrets that can genuinely, profoundly transform your life. So be patient. We're about to elevate everything to a whole new level. And now let's continue the journey as we move on to the next section. You deserve the freedom to live for yourself, not to please anyone else. Together, I'll show you how to cultivate your inner worth and live each moment to the fullest. I'm deeply grateful you have joined me this far. And believe me, the best is yet to come. 7. Stop living for others. Reclaim your authenticity. You cannot find true, lasting peace if you live forever according to the rigid mold others have created for you. When you devote your entire life to pleasing your parents, your friends, or even society itself, you inadvertently silence your unique inner voice, the very guide to your authentic values and purpose. As Seneca said, Freedom is not being a slave to any circumstance, to any constraint, to any chance. Only when you bravely dare to let go of external pressures do you find the courage to listen deeply to your own heart and live in unwavering alignment with the beliefs and values that lie deep within you. You can start with what seems like a small decision, but holds the profound power to change the entire course of your life. Choose a career not to merely earn your parents' approving smile, but because of the genuine passion and inherent talent you have diligently nurtured. When you weigh a safe job against one that truly makes your heart race with excitement, look squarely at yourself. What truly drives you to wake up each morning? Is it a genuine desire to create, a yearning to contribute meaningfully, or merely a paralyzing fear of judgment from others? Only by courageously following your inner calling can you build a life of genuine fulfillment, rather than painting a hollow picture of happiness to cover the emptiness inside. The incessant noise of prejudice echoes endlessly in our minds. What will people say if you fail? Do you even have what it takes to turn down this opportunity? Those questions are like invisible chains binding your heart, keeping you tragically trapped in your comfort zone. When you accept that failure is also an inevitable part of the journey, a stepping stone to growth, you free yourself from that unseen weight and fully taste the sweetness of inner freedom. So from this moment on, learn to stay silent in the face of external demands amid countless conflicting opinions. Choose to be still. Listen deeply to the beat of your own convictions and decide to move forward on the authentic path you have charted yourself. When you dare to live for yourself, you not only find peace, but you also inspire others to live authentically, because you understand that happiness is not the story you tell the world, but the unique music you enjoy in your own soul, written by no one but you. 8. Limit talking about plans too much. Nurture in silence. Imagine you're planting a delicate seed. You tuck it carefully into the rich earth and wait in profound silence until it sprouts into a tender shoot and bursts forth in fresh green life. If you prematurely expose its tiny, vulnerable stem before it's ready, half the garden will gossip, compare notes, and might even crush your fragile confidence with their unsolicited opinions. In life, revealing your plans too soon is exactly like exposing a fragile shoot before it has the inherent strength to grow. You inadvertently lose your vital inner drive and invite unconstructive criticism, doubt, and premature judgment. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "Keep silence for the most part and speak only when you must and then briefly." When you loudly announce to the world your ambition to launch a startup, teach yoga classes, or write a book, you create a psychological illusion that you're already halfway there. Your brain tricks itself into believing you have covered a great distance, and as a result, you're far more likely to falter once the real, arduous challenge appears. Moreover, outside opinion isn't guaranteed to support you. It may come in the form of doubt, unfounded advice, or offhand comparisons that subtly shrink your bold vision. Take the startup example. You're passionate about building a revolutionary app. But if you haven't yet thoroughly researched the market and refined your minimum viable product, MVP, announcing it early to friends or on social media pressures you to report superficial progress instead of focusing on deep product quality. While your idea lives only in your mind, you can soar freely and experiment boldly. Once it's public, it falls into the net of others' hesitations and debates. And sometimes you get swept up by expectations completely beyond your control. In silence, you allow yourself the precious freedom to fail without fearing any scrutinizing gazes. You conserve vital energy for creation and fight your battles privately before inviting others to join. When the final product authentically launches, the result speaks for itself, a quiet, undeniable victory you can wear with profound pride. Now, before you share any plans, I invite you to pause for a moment's deep reflection. Let the fire of your ambition burn brightly within you, but give yourself the sacred space to grow undisturbed by outside chatter. And now, in the comments, type "keep it secret" and act as a solemn pledge to yourself that you will nurture your idea in silence until it's strong enough to stand on its own. By writing these 4 words, you're not only recalling a potent Stoic principle, you're making a profound promise to yourself. Silence is not stillness, but powerful preparation for an explosive, action-driven breakthrough. Leave your comment and join this decisive phase. 9. Reduce negative news. Filter your inputs. In modern life, when every passing moment can bring you a shocking piece of news, the mind can easily become a chaotic pool of information where murky, dark lines spread and plunge you ever deeper into an invisible, insidious fear. Continuous, unfiltered exposure to crisis and negativity is like consuming toxic substances without restraint. Your soul gradually grows numb. Its natural sensitivity to beauty and joy diminishes until only the cold, gray hue of pessimism remains. That is precisely why, if you truly crave inner peace, you need to learn to filter news as you would meticulously choose nourishing food for your body and eliminate those harmful informational items that leave you exhausted rather than replenished with vital energy. Instead of allowing yourself to become a helpless victim of the information storm, establish a golden hour, a fixed, protected time each day to calmly catch up on the news. For example, you might dedicate exactly 30 minutes every morning to read the most important bulletins from reputable, long-established sources. This intentional approach not only keeps you adequately up to date with current events, but also fiercely protects the delicate rhythm of your soul from being constantly disrupted by countless sensational headlines and haunting, anxiety-inducing images. Once you have completed your golden hour, give yourself explicit permission to close the news box until the next session so that your heart and mind have a crucial chance to rest, recalibrate, and regenerate vitality. When you decide to accept only a sufficient, curated amount of information, you powerfully take control of your judgments and perspectives. You no longer allow every bad report to crash into the shores of your soul like a devastating wave. Instead, you see them as clouds gently drifting outside your window, present and natural, but neither capable of nor meant to sweep the sky within you clean. In truth, reducing exposure to negative news brings you greater, more profound peace. You gain precious time to understand your own emotions and thoughts, to question what truly deserves your valuable attention and deliberate action. As you scroll through your screen, remember that each click on a sensational headline is an implicit invitation for anxiety, fear, and gloom to step into your mind. Instead, use those moments to read a passage of Stoic wisdom, jot down a line of gratitude in your journal, or simply enjoy a soothing piece of music that calms your soul. It is in silence and in the selective consumption of information that you can patiently rebuild a solid foundation for inner courage and resilience. Remind yourself that reducing negative news is not about avoiding reality or being ignorant. It's about granting yourself the sacred space to recognize, analyze, and act wisely. That is how you keep your heart calm amid the storm, so that with each passing day, you still feel the warmth of hope and the empowering strength of true freedom. When you are ready, begin today. Set your golden hour and commit to honoring that boundary so your mind remains serene, sharp, and full of positive, vibrant energy. 10. Stop reminiscing about the past. Live in the now. Why can't I stop thinking about it? This is the question many of us ask ourselves often, in the quiet stillness of the night or in the unnoticed moments of the day. Immersing ourselves endlessly in the past, whether it's a regrettable decision, a painful missed opportunity, or haunting memories, can feel like being perpetually trapped in a mental loop that brutally blocks the present and relentlessly clouds the future. Have you noticed that by constantly looking back, you're unknowingly shouldering a heavy backpack filled with metaphorical stones? Each stone represents a moment of regret, an unspoken word that should have been said, or a harsh word uttered in a moment of anger. In the vast, boundless space of now, you possess the inherent power to choose. You can breathe steadily, soothe your racing heart, and powerfully start over in the way you desire. However, when you focus too much on what's already past, you lose the crucial chance to genuinely enjoy what's happening right now. Isn't it true that while you endlessly admire yesterday's glorious sunset, you tragically miss today's vibrant sunrise? Moreover, every precious minute you spend lost in recollection is a minute you cannot use to sow new seeds of hope, to build a better future. But don't stop at this profound teaching. Imagine yourself standing on a path with the wreckage of a storm behind you. If you keep turning around, you will easily stumble and lose sight of the way forward. On the other hand, If you keep your gaze fixed ahead, you will discover the faint glimmers of dawn, the first signs of a brand new beginning. This is the metaphor many Stoic philosophers cherished. The past is merely a river that has already flowed by, and you stand on its bank, ready to cross whenever you choose. Sometimes you need to ask yourself, what is the true value of holding on to this memory? Does it make me stronger, or does it simply remind me of wounds not yet healed? If it only causes you pain, you have the profound power to let it go, not by denying reality, but by accepting that what happened, happened, and it is now complete. Only in silence can you find the courage to release the past, setting your heart truly free. And finally, whenever you find yourself lost in the labyrinth of memory, take a deep, conscious breath and say to yourself, I choose the present. For only when you are fully present can you make profound decisions and take powerful actions that genuinely transform your life. Let the past lie peacefully at the bottom of the river and step forward with serenity, because inner peace truly takes root when you stop dwelling on what was and bravely begin to live in the one moment you have. Now, 11. Get rid of the habit of complaining. Own your power. We can often easily spot habitual complainers. Even when there are other people, they're the type who are always negative, always feeling victimized, as if the whole world is unfairly against them. It's much harder to see it when we ourselves are the ones constantly complaining. And in fact, from my experience, most of us possess this subtle, often unconscious habit. Whether voicing grievances aloud to friends or grumbling silently to ourselves in our heads, even I do it sometimes. Did you know that every complaint you utter acts like a dark lens that burns away the light of hope? When you incessantly focus on your own flaws, your circumstances, or blame others, your mind becomes shrouded in a suffocating fog. Every chance to grasp a solution disappears from view. You hear not enough, unfair, never good enough, but you don't hear the powerful call of responsibility and action. Constant complaining unknowingly trains you to recognize problems, but tragically, never to solve them, ever. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones. That's the ever-growing heap of complaints piling up. Every time you ask, why me, or how come I'm always, you add another stone. At the start of your journey, you'll stagger slowly, exhausted before you've even gone far. But if you bravely drop some stones, the trek instantly becomes so much easier. When we shift our thinking, the fog lifts and the solution path comes into sharp, undeniable focus. Change begins the moment you stop complaining and dare to face the issue head on. You can ask yourself, what can I do right now to make a difference? No loud proclamations needed, no venting to anyone else, just a simple, powerful promise to yourself. I will find a solution. That phrase, small as it may be, is like a flashlight illuminating your way through the darkness. When you hit a roadblock at work, rather than blaming the heavens or others, stay silent, observe the situation, note the gaps, and then decisively take action. You deserve to live with inner peace instead of spinning wildly with pointless worries. This is the Stoic courage to acknowledge your limits and then quietly, effectively correct them. When you fall silent, your mind clears, and innovative ways to unravel the knots naturally emerge. And now, having prepared to lighten the load of your complaint-filled backpack, get ready for the final crucial step. Don't put yourself at the bottom of your priority list. If you won't respect yourself, who will? Let's explore that final, profound secret in the next section to complete your journey toward true serenity. 12. Don't put yourself at the bottom of the priority list. Self-care is duty. Have you ever felt yourself quietly becoming a shadowy, indistinct figure in your own home? When you continually place yourself at the very bottom of your priority list, you not only give away your love and care to others, but you inadvertently lose yourself, the very source of energy that sustains every relationship and action. The Stoics wisely advise, to care for yourself is your first duty, because you simply cannot pour from an empty cup. Ask yourself honestly, do you still have the strength to genuinely share, to truly empathize when your soul is empty and your body so weary that even breathing feels heavy and labored? Sometimes we mistakenly confuse noble sacrifice with destructive self-sabotage. Sacrificing yourself to excess is like hoarding every last drop of water in a well only for others to draw from. In the end, when the well runs completely dry, you have nothing left to give, neither to yourself nor to others. The Stoic sages do not forbid you to love or serve others, but they insist that denying yourself the chance to recover and replenish leads only to utter exhaustion and eventual burnout. You may find yourself bewildered and depleted on the very day you most desperately need your inner strength. So, start with the smallest of acts, no elaborate explanations needed. Each week, reserve at least 2 evenings just for yourself. Perhaps a captivating book longing to be explored. Perhaps a run beneath the calming streetlights, or a vigorous swing of your tennis racket as the wind whistles past. This is not selfishness, but a silent, profound commitment to your own heart and well-being. When you allow yourself the quiet and the sacred chance to listen to your own passions, you are actively refueling yourself so that in stormy days, you stand as steadfast and unshakable as an ancient tree with deep, secure roots. And if you find yourself wondering, do I deserve this? When you bravely place yourself at the center of your priorities, you grant yourself the fundamental right to recover, to create, to be happy. Self-care is not merely a privilege, but a profound responsibility to your own life. A responsibility you can fulfill in silence, without announcements or proclamations. Now take that brief, precious moment for yourself, not for anyone else, but because you absolutely deserve to live fully. For when you are strong and at ease within yourself, only then can you genuinely extend your arms to embrace the whole world and truly make a positive impact. And it is in that silence that you will reclaim your peace and rediscover the immense strength to continue walking the path you have consciously chosen. Conclusion: your silent reclamation of peace. So we've journeyed together through the 12 habits you need to let go of in silence to powerfully reclaim inner peace. From releasing endless complaints, refusing to compare yourself to others, and stopping the desperate chase for crowd approval, to dispelling worries about the future, ending procrastination, escaping the pointless trap of social media, and learning to hold your tongue in the face of criticism. Each time you consciously shed these habits in quiet, without fanfare, you take a firm, deliberate step toward inner freedom, breathing more easily amid life's clamor. Now, the first crucial move to turn this powerful theory into tangible action is a solemn promise to yourself. Leave a 4-word comment: I choose silence. Let it serve as your unshakable reminder whenever you feel discouraged, whenever you're tempted to quit, so you never forget that you chose the path of peace, the path of inner strength. If this message has deeply inspired you, don't forget to hit like, share your thoughts below, and press subscribe so you won't miss our next Stoic Antifragile. Thank you for joining me. Stay silent, but act.